Comrades, peasants, proletariats, the united proletariat of the world, guided by the actions of a Marxist-Leninist vanguard party. This year, he is Enver Babanin, your host, along with my good friends Stephen Stish, also known as John Stazzi,
Oh, hello.
along with a good comrade and anti-revisionist Marxist-Leninist Alex Henderson,
What's up, guys?
and some anarchists faggot who just joined the call, and I'm trying to eject him with Okay, so today we are
Ultra-left retard,
Yeah.
What are you laughing about?
Yes, okay. So
I know my voice seems a little weird, but you know, no point in laughing at that.
Today we are going to be talking about the dangers and infantilism of the ultra-left, specifically of the anarchist movement, and how they have very coordinatedly been able to sort of disestablish the roots of the socialist movement and take out its revolutionary character and suck real revolutionary leaders and theorists like Vladimir Lenin and Joseph Stalin of their revolutionary content, just as the bourgeoisie has done to these revolutionary theorists. They're sucking dry of their revolutionary content and then point to them as leaders and theorists with a falsified image of reality. So, what do we talk about first about the infantilism of the anarchists? I think we should start with the claim of the USSR from its beginning, such as infantilists like Don Crejito have claimed, was state capitalist. John Stazzi and Alex Henderson, would you like to start off with this nonsensical anarchist claim?
Oh, okay, all right. Let me start off. This idiot, this ultra-leftist, Don Crejito, who believes that there are no material stages to reach communism. He believes that crush the state, and then the very next day he can walk outside and there be communism. He's a real idiot, and he claims that the USSR was founded as a market economy. He thinks that Lenin was a capitalist.
I know it.
This guy is such an idiot. I mean,
okay.
Say again, man.
I said it's funny. I mean, how was the USSR from Lenin's foundations of the USSR capitalist or market economy, centrally planned economy? The proletariat had concentrated political and economic power through the ranks of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. There was a Soviet democracy, or a centrally planned economy, and there was social ownership of the means of production. All of the wealth was produced from selling the commodity goods on as exports or to the populace and the working class of the country was directed towards the central plan, which maximized the welfare of the working class. That's not the market economy. That's socialist economy.
Yeah, and then when we call him out on it, he says no. It was privately owned within the Central Committee. Like what? What are you talking about, man? How can the vanguard be upholding the workers' state and at the same time be a capitalist state? It makes no sense at all, man. He's just a real ultra-leftist who's a wiki socialist, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's never read Marx. He's not dialectical at all.
The problem is that they don't have like any meaningful program on how to suppress the counter-revolution that the capitalists instill, and that their view on authority is not very consistent because it seems to only like criticize what is authority rather than what's called authority rather than what actually is the authority.
Yes, I mean it's ridiculous. They have no alternative political program other than just ultra-left infantile material conditions. Let's just discard them.
Crush the state. Crush the state.
Walk out the door, lollipops, rainbows. We have communism.
Basically, they get a boner for
That's pretty much what they support.
Daydreamers, man.
I mean, essentially they're just Trotskyists. Essentially they are Trotskyists, but have a intense fetishism for the abolition of the state immediately, in disregard of the material stages of development that are...
Comrade Stalin said they are the real enemies of Marxism.
Yes?
They are. No, they really are. Like, they are. If you think about it, they do much more harm to the proletarian revolution than the capitalists do, the counter-revolutionaries of the capitalist movement, because these guys instill in the youth, and we all know that the youth are the ones who lead the proletarian revolution. They instill in their minds that there is no need for material stages of socialism. So they really ruin
basically
the
what
masses.
It boils down to is that the idealism inherent in anarchism is always going to perpetuate capitalism, and that's indirectly benefiting the interests of monopoly capital.
Exactly, it is indirectly benefiting the interests of monopoly capital by misguiding the workers, and
exactly
through the political program that is anarchism, through a decentralized network of workers' collectives.
They don't even explain how a decentralized revolution can work.
Yeah, and also it installs a system of collective capitalism with decentralized control. Exactly. The workers essentially become a competitive capitalist class themselves. Look at Titoist Yugoslavia that Comrade Enver Hoxha so fiercely fought against. It was not socialist, it was capitalist.
Yeah, and then I was talking to one of these ultra-leftist idiots, and I was mentioning that, how the workers essentially become the capitalists. And he was like, no. What's the need of competition if there's limited resources? I'm like, oh, God, he thinks it's communism already. Oh, this guy's an idiot.
Well, in Yugoslavia, you had workers, self-managed factories competing over raw materials.
That's essentially what infantile ultra-left.
There wasn't any cooperation. It's pretty much the opposite.
Yeah, but he thinks that there's going to be unlimited resources.
That's not
from day one.
How could that even be considered communism?
That's why socialism is necessary to develop the material conditions that are necessary for communism.
Each according to his work. The principle of Stalin and the Marxist-Leninists.
Oh, Don Corrido, he rejects that.
Of course he rejects it. He is ultra-leftist, has no regard for material conditions. Ultra-left. Ultra-left. So it's ridiculous.
So we are achieving. We want to achieve a withered state, a stateless society. Why can't you wait? Why can't you go through the states, the rhythms, the motions?
They're idealists and they reject dialectics.
The state withers away once the counter-revolutionary armies have been burned to the ground, and once the external threat of monopoly capital has been destroyed by the proletariat revolution worldwide. And anarchists disregard the state, think you can immediately do no state lollipops, rainbows, communism.
Yeah,
that's the anarchist philosophy and the rejection of dialectics.
They're absolute metaphysicians. And this Don Corrido, imbecile, had the nerves to say that Marxian economic theory is not scientific. But where is he coming up with this? How can he even come to that conclusion?
They say that the Marxist economics is not scientific, and yet they're a metaphysician economics is somehow scientific.
Exactly.
They have no understanding of the movements, the motions, like you said, that to get from point A to point B, and we Marxists understand that you need the proletarian state through the guiding principles of aggravation of class struggle, a socialist economic system from each corner lose ability to each corner lose work, and an inherent the class nature of the proletariat to having control over the political and economic.
Yeah.
They are just they're Trotskyists. They are Trotskyists. They achieve the same amount as Trotskyists. They criticize the Marxist-Leninists for trying to make alliances with national movement, but they do not understand.
Yeah, and like Trotskyists, they're totally out of touch with the proletariat. Right, these are guys who are just totally bourgeois, teenagers who are sitting in their house all day.
They're all revisionists. They're all intellectuals. They have no standing in the.
If you ever want to see the work of anarchism, just go to revleft.com.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's filth. Comrade Stalin. Comrade Stalin. Listen, Comrade Stalin. He actually struggled. His father, they were second-class citizens, He understood the proletariat. He was the embodiment of the proletariat. And now you have these idiots, these imbeciles, who are sitting on their $2,000 laptops, talking about they are the true socialist class, or they are the true.
Exactly.
It's disgusting.
It is. You know, they call themselves the real
They're
proletariats.
trying to falsify Soviet history just like the bourgeois.
They don't even support.
They're bourgeois individualists.
Exactly, they are bourgeois individuals. And when getting onto the national question, they don't even support progressive states like Syria or Iran or North Korea trying to defend against the comprador bourgeoisie across the world and defend against imperialism.
What really pisses me off is that they believe more in individual liberty than the emancipation of the masses.
Yes.
Exactly. They don't believe in international revolution. They don't believe that. They don't think it's possible, actually. You know, I've heard anarchists say that the masses are stupid and they're not. You know, they believe that all of the masses are lumpen proletariat, basically.
Yes, exactly. They don't believe the masses can be class conscious. They say, fuck the masses, we need middle class intellectuals to lead the revolution. That's why there's no actual, anarchist. Show me the anarchist or Trotskyist revolution, and I'll show you 5 people circle jerking each other, Satanists in the
wearing capes and masks and.
Yeah, in reality, they have the nerve to say that Leninists are the capitalists, but what they want is a bourgeois revolution. Is it not?
It is a bourgeois. It is equivalent of a bourgeois revolution, since they deny the alliance of the peasantry and the proletariat with the national bourgeois. They deny.
They are the capitalists.
They deny dialectics.
Well, they can't make the distinction between the kulaks and the other peasantries. That's what happened in the Free Territory of Ukraine, and that wouldn't give them any strategy to liquidate the kulaks.
They claim that. Oh, say what you're going to say, Osip.
I was just saying that to exploit the peasants through collectivization will be brought together into one class of the rural proletariat.
Yeah.
So what were you going to say, John?
I actually forgot. I have the memory of a goldfish.
Oh. So I think we proved that anarchists are ultra-left infantiles.
Too long, didn't watch, an infantile disorder.
Yes, exactly. That is a very great piece of community.
Quickly, I would just want to criticize the YouTube group A Path for Progress for just totally ignoring material dialectics and joining forces with liberals.
Joining forces with not only liberals, but even worse than liberals, ultra-left infantile anarchists.
I mean, we can have an attempt to educate them, but basically it's going to result in a struggle between the true leftists and the reactionary liberals.
Yes.
In the end, the true leftists are going to win, because that's what dialectical materialism shows us.
Even the true leftists are just Trotskyists. So basically, they're just anarchists.
Wait. The only Marxist-Leninist in this group is not even a Marxist-Leninist. He's a Trotskyist.
He's a Trotskyist. So basically, he's an anarchist. He's a step down from the black guy Mahmoud. He's even worse than
Trotskyists are not Marxist-Leninists, man.
I know.
They're not. I don't want to confuse that. No.
They ripped off Marx's theory of permanent revolution. They basically ripped it off. Marx was the original founder of that, and they romanticized it.
And then not only that, but just read Stalin's Trotskyism and Lenin.
Oh yeah, exactly. Stalin was a true philosopher, And
it's evident that Trotsky and the left opposition were collaborating with fascists in Japan and Germany.
Exactly.
Trotskyism is a mix of social fascism and
he had a huge ego, while Stalin had no ego at all. He was struggling for democratic reform within the party.
Exactly. And Trotsky was struggling for totalitarian reform to invade Poland. I mean, Trotsky, he was pretty much a social democratic fascist anarchist.
Oh, yeah, and Trotsky is the basic founding father of neoconservatism.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Trotskyism eventually descended that too. Trotskyism is pretty much the whole aim of the revolution.
Oh, and you know what else? Have you ever heard of NAMBLA?
Heard of what?
NAMBLA. They're basically this pedophile apologist group, and the founder of this group
Marxists, right?
is a Trotskyist.
It's
Really?
Marxist League.
No, this is a real thing.
Aren't they like a mix of Trotskyists and Anarchists?
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So-called left communists. What is that? All that is just a rejection of vanguardism. It's not even a thing.
Yeah.
It's an idealist theory.
I think we proved that all ideologies, quote-unquote socialism outside of Marxism-Leninism and anti-revisionist Marxism-Leninism are just ultra-left infantile opposition to the true leadership of the proletariat. So, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.
See you guys.
Bye.